Have you ever wondered why we exist, or why living beings, including ourselves, behave the way we do? Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Gene not only answers these questions, but flips our understanding of biology and life itself. Get ready for a fascinating journey that will challenge your preconceptions, show you a revolutionary perspective. We are nothing more than survival machines for our genes. This summary will guide you through the book's key concepts, breaking down its most powerful ideas into 4 clear and concise chapters. In each, we'll explore how the selfish gene theory applies to various aspects of life, from altruism to cooperation. And most importantly, how these ideas can impact your worldview and your own actions. We invite you to watch all the video to get the most out of this masterpiece and discover how its principles can be a powerful lens for understanding human and animal behavior. Chapter 1. The Gene as the Unit of Selection. Dawkins introduces us to the central idea. The fundamental unit of natural selection is not the individual or the species, but the gene. Organisms, including humans, are simply survival machines built by genes to ensure their own replication. Our existence, our bodies, and even our behaviors are designed to maximize the survival and propagation of the genes that compose us. A classic example is the bird that feigns a broken wing to lure a predator away from its nest, sacrificing its own safety to protect its offspring, who carry its genes. This seemingly altruistic action is explained as behavior dictated by genes to ensure their continuity. According to what is expressed in this chapter, you should consider that many of your behaviors, even those you perceive as altruistic, may have deep roots in the logic of genetic survival. Reflect on how this perspective can change your understanding of human nature and your own motivations. Chapter 2. Aggression and Stability. Evolutionarily Stable Strategies. ESS here. The book explores how competition and aggression are inherent aspects of the struggle for gene survival. However, Dawkins introduces the concept of an evolutionarily stable strategy, ESS, which is a strategy that, once adopted by most of the population, cannot be outcompeted by any other alternative strategy. An example is the tit-for-tat strategy in conflict situations between individuals. If one individual is aggressive, the other responds with aggression. If cooperative, the other cooperates. This strategy proves to be the most stable in the long run, as it avoids total exploitation and promotes balance. It's not that animals consciously calculate this, but rather that genes promoting this type of behavior tend to thrive more. According to what is expressed in this chapter, you should consider that cooperation and conflict are 2 sides of the same coin in evolution, and that understanding stable strategies can offer you insight into how social interactions maintain balance. Think about how this applies to your own interactions and relationships. Chapter 3. Altruism and Kinship. Parental Investment and the Greenbeard Gene. Altruism, helping others at one's own expense, seems to contradict the idea of the selfish gene. However, Dawkins explains that altruism can be a selfish strategy for genes. Kin altruism is a key example. Individuals are more inclined to help their close relatives because they share a higher proportion of their genes. The classic example is the sterile worker bee that dedicates its life to caring for the queen and its sisters. Although it doesn't reproduce directly, it is ensuring the propagation of the genes it shares with its relatives. Another interesting concept is the green-beard gene, which illustrates how a gene could cause a visible trait, like green skin, and at the same time induce the organism to be altruistic towards other individuals with the same trait. Although hypothetical, it shows how a gene could ensure its own copy through altruism towards other carriers of that same gene, even if they are not direct relatives. According to what is expressed in this chapter, you should consider that your acts of kindness towards others, especially your loved ones, may have a deep biological basis in maximizing shared genetic survival. Reflect on how this perspective can influence your understanding of family bonds and social relationships. Chapter 4. The Meme, a New Unit of Cultural Replication. In this chapter, Dawkins introduces a revolutionary concept, the meme. Memes are units of cultural information that replicate and transmit from one mind to another, analogous to how genes replicate biologically. Ideas, melodies, fashions, catchy phrases, beliefs, All of these can be considered memes. A clear example is the spread of an advertising jingle. It replicates from mind to mind, influencing behaviors and generating cultural survival. Memes, like genes, compete for space in our minds and in culture, and their success depends on their ability to replicate. According to what is expressed in this chapter, you should consider that culture is not just a set of ideas, but an ecosystem where memes compete to survive and replicate. By being aware of the memes around you, you can develop a greater critical capacity about the information you consume and the ideas you spread. In conclusion, the selfish gene invites us to a profound reflection on life, evolution, and our place in the universe. By understanding that we are gene vehicles, we can begin to see the world with new clarity, shedding illusions and appreciating the intricate dance of life. This perspective does not diminish us, but empowers us by offering a deeper understanding of ourselves and the forces that have shaped us. Dare to explore these ideas and redefine your own understanding of existence. If you want more content like this, subscribe and check out the channel for more best ideas in a nutshell.